If you're anything like me and you are sick AF to find roses and daisies and cutesy flowers everywhere around, then you're gonna love this yarrow because it has saved women's sanity for centuries, and I'm gonna tell you why and how you can tap into it. If you're wondering why this pattern seems already half done, you are not dreaming. You don't need to adjust your screen or your TV. It's done on purpose. So take a look in the description box as well as in the upper right corner. I will give you a link to watch the first part of the Yarrow series, so you'll see how I come up with this design and maybe a little bit of backstory of why I am using Yarrow to compost one of the most obvious and obnoxious and atrocious, that's a lot of adjective anyway, self-care tip in the moment, which is just breathe. So let's go back to today's series. Okay, enough rambling, and maybe you give zero foxglove about why I'm using Yarrow to compost Just Breathe as self-help platitude. So let's dive into the Yarrow and let me tell you why this little plant is absolutely amazing from an historical point of view. Humanity knows that this plant can save your soul as well as kill you, just for you to know, for at least 3,000 years. I mean, it's already mentioned in the War of Troy, and it's got so many amazing meanings. When the Victorian ladies decided suddenly to find meanings to almost every plant around, for the yarrow, they come up with courage, they come up with cure for heartache, or healing and protection. And one of the name of this yarrow, apart from the Latin very scientific and very weird pronunciation, is the 7-year love. And it is said that when you offer this yarrow flower during a wedding, the love is supposed to be lasting and being pure for at least 7 years, which is a pretty nice idea when you know how marriage and weddings are going nowadays. But anyway, that's probably not the point for this this video series, and it's pretty awesome because this yarrow has so many names as well. It could be named as death flower or the military herb because it's supposed to heal and stop bleeding when you are just fighting some enemies on the front. And it is also called the no bleed plant, which is pretty awesome in my opinion. Apart from healing your body, like literally, the yarrow is also considered as a boundary protection and a way to help you to make better decision and have more clarity when you have to take a decision. It comes in amazing colors from bright yellow to burgundy or pale lilac, deep red, and even orange, which is pretty rare but very lovely, as I have been able to spot some of them in pictures. When I was left with almost no words during my therapy, I had to find a way to communicate how I feel, and my psyche was done with pretty but meaningless flowers. I needed to find something that may look pretty innocent, something that I can have on my wall. And I was looking for something that would represent what I'm trying to accomplish and be a visual reminder that I have the power to decide what I want for myself. And unless you know what the yarrow means, it just remains a very cute and almost innocent flowers. But when you've got the if you know vibe, suddenly it has so much depth and so much meaning to what you are doing. And I find this very, very enticing. And as you may already see, my yarrow has almost two sides. One is just a black outline, and the other one is a lot more colorful. And that exactly what I was trying to do with my own psyche. It was a way for me to almost let the just breathe decay with the outline. I mean, let it die and rest in peace. And with the other half, I was trying to bloom something new out of this soil. And the act of just doing one stitch at a time and trying to be very locked in and focused on what I was accomplishing really helped my brain to rewire during the therapy and in between therapy sessions. As you may see, I'm a very slow embroiderer and a very slow stitcher. Of course, my technique is quite recent. I have not been trained. I'm a self-taught embroiderer, and I really need to take the time to do each stitch. But it's not just for beauty purpose or for having the best line curves or whatever. I think it's more because I really need to reinforce what I'm trying to do with this pattern, and with each pattern I am releasing. I'm trying to compose something and to bloom something out of this. And that's why it's not just being busy with a needle and thread. For me, it's a real way to deconstruct, to decipher, and to almost rewire my old self-limiting belief into something that is now beautiful, but because I did it on my terms, it's kind of odd and unique and something that you can't find anywhere else. And that's what I really want you to understand as well. The way I stitch my pattern may not be the way you want to stitch yours, and that's okay. It doesn't mean that my way is better than yours, not at all. Like this one, see the mistakes I made. I mean, of course, we all do mistakes, and there's no good or bad way to do things. There is just your way, and your way is perfect the way it is. And each time you just face some knots because the thread will get tangled, and at some point you will get stressed and angry. Just bear in mind that you can just rewind and do it again. The same way that you can just pause, rewind your own thought, and choose to have another thought. If just breathe is turning you crazy and you're almost close to collapse the next time somebody is mentioning this idea to deal with a problem you have, bear in mind that maybe using your arm and your hands to create something, be it an embroidery, be it watercolor, collage, and doodling, or lifting weights, running, cooking, whatever you want to do, the way you are using your hands by being locked in something that matters to you, you are really helping your own psyche to develop muscle strength and to rewire into a lot more healthier sensation for yourself. And to me, embroidering these patterns, this collection, this entire collection, I will have 7 at the end of the year, and I started in March. It really helped me to associate my crafts with feeling better emotionally. I am proud to say that I'm now healthily selfish when it comes to dealing with my boundaries and not being a doormat for everybody else. And when it comes to this collection called Embroider Exorcism, I will add the link in the description box below if you want. It's not that much about botanical accuracy, even though I'm quite close to what a real yarrow is. The most important part, in my opinion, is what you do with the meaning of this yarrow, is what you do with the meaning of the flowers and what it means to deconstruct some self-help crap and to realize that maybe for the last 15, 20 years you have been conditioned and spoon-fed to follow tips and ideas from people that may not have your best interest at heart. And maybe it's not just about accepting those self-help platitudes, and it's more about reclaiming that you have your own inner compass, you have your own way of doing things, you have your own way of dealing with uncertainty, and maybe you are not meant to be a TV star and be known and famous or whatever, but who cares? What matters right now is you. Side note for those who may stitch along, this is a satin stitch and you may think that it's not very accurate, and that's totally okay. It's done on purpose because in the next video next week I will show you how I am decorating the yarrow to turn it into my own unique embroidery style, and I don't need the satin stitch to get too close to the border, so it doesn't really matter. And as I mentioned, it's not this yarrow is not meant to end in a museum. Like everything in our life, I believe that we are supposed to create it, to process and to release it. So maybe it will change and fade, and maybe at some point you want to get rid of it, and that's okay. But I just want you to remember the feeling you had when you embroidered it. And if you want to know how I am doing this and following me with my no curse cut fabric method, aka how to have a perfect fabric that fit your hoop anytime, you can buy this pattern, and it comes with a full playlist of 3-minute long video to guide you step by step, even if you are left-handed like I am. And for the right-handed portion, my mom is helping me. So just take your time, watch me as I finish the yarrow for this week, and I hope you come back in next week video. If you enjoy this, please let me know in the comment section which color you'd love to do your own yarrow and what yarrow means in fact to you. I'd love to know that. I will let you with some music and hope you enjoyed the end of the video. Bye bye.